Vanderbilt has made me all types of better.
You know, I'm not at all the person that I was when I got here. I'm a much better version of myself.
They've challenged me, they've seen in me things that I didn't see in myself. They've helped to cultivate that potential. They've believed in me in the times when I didn't believe in myself.
Vanderbilt is the place where I came to make mistakes.
And now I'm on the stage and I'm getting my diploma, and it's real.
If I've learned nothing else from my time at Vanderbilt is that I don't know yet all the things that I can do.
School is school, but Vanderbilt is home.
Learning from my failures and my mistakes and growing from them, I know that's something that everybody says, but at Vanderbilt you really are able to put that into practice.
Vanderbilt is a place that also requires you to make some steps on your own, and that kind of bravery that it encourages can really help improve a person.
I think that Vanderbilt really offers a rich sense of community and that these relationships are going to last a lifetime.
Vanderbilt is energizing.
I've always felt support, whether it's from faculty or with my peers, and that's definitely shaped me into the woman that I am today.
And my parents, my sister, and the rest of my family, recognizing that all they've done to get me where I am today is, it all just kind of piles into that moment, and you're like, I'm here because of them. I am who I am because of them. It's just, oh, how do I cry?
And it's something that I'll be able to look out on my family in the crowd and kind of say, all the hard work, all the test prep, all the studying, all of the student orgs I was a part of, I did it, and I finally get to walk out as a Vanderbilt graduate.
At this main ceremony, distinguished faculty and alumni will be recognized. Founders' medals will be awarded. The Chancellor will make his address and all degrees conferred. After which time the recipients of graduate and professional degrees will depart with their faculties and friends to receive diplomas in separate ceremonies across campus. All undergraduates receiving degrees from the College of Arts and Science, the Blair School of Music, the School of Engineering, and Peabody College will receive their diplomas from this platform. It is now my honor to introduce Vanderbilt's 8th Chancellor, noted legal scholar and professor of law, Nicholas S. Zappos.
What a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen, and the class of 2016, families and friends. Today is a day of great celebration, hope, and extraordinary happiness. Today, we pay tribute to the ideas, the intellectual contributions, and the achievements of these graduates. We celebrate their bright and promising futures and the immeasurable impact they will have on our world. Vanderbilt is grounded in a rich history distinguished by many great traditions. Chief among these is the recognition of our emeriti faculty at commencement. I invite Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Susan Wente, to present the retiring members of their faculty, whom we recognize with the title of Emerita or Emeritus.
Will the Professors Emeriti from the College of Arts and Science, the Blair School of Music, the School of Engineering, and Peabody College please stand to be recognized? I will now call your names to acknowledge your contribution to Vanderbilt. Michael L. Auerbach, Professor of Art Emeritus. Karen E. Campbell, Professor of Sociology Emerita. Philip S. Crook III, Professor of Mathematics Emeritus. Kenneth A. Debelak, Associate Professor of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering Emeritus. Dennis G. Hall, Dean of the Graduate School, Professor of Physics and Electrical Engineering Emeritus. M. Douglas Levan, J. Lawrence Wilson Chair, Professor of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering Emeritus. John F. Plummer III, Professor of English Emeritus. Will the Emeriti faculty from the School of Medicine and School of Nursing please stand to be recognized? I will now call your names to acknowledge your contribution to Vanderbilt. Charles W. Coffey II, Professor of Medicine Emeritus. Peleo Correra, Professor of Medicine Emeritus. James A. Dunkovich, Professor of Otolaryngology Emeritus. Kenneth R. Handy, Professor of Medicine Emeritus. Arnold W. Malcolm, Professor of Radiation Oncology Emeritus. Edward K. Schultz, Associate Professor of Biomedical Informatics Emeritus. Dan M. Spengler, Professor of Orthopedic Surgery and Rehabilitation Emeritus. John L. Tarpley, Professor of Surgery and Anesthesiology Emeritus.
It is my distinct honor to pay tribute to the Professors Emeriti, as well as several other important individuals who serve as pillars of this great university. I will ask you to please hold your applause until everyone has been recognized, and then join me in thanking them for their loyal commitment to Vanderbilt. With us today are members of the Vanderbilt University Board of Trust and Board Chairman Mark F. Dalton, who as fiduciaries and leaders and stewards guide and strengthen this institution. I am pleased to acknowledge the members of the great class of 1966 who are celebrating with us today. The presence of our 50th reunion class members is symbolic of the rich history of this university and the strong connection between our past, our present, and of course, our future. I would like to recognize the President of the Alumni Association through the application of her considerable skills and talents and energy. She works to engage with the university, the involvement of Vanderbilt's more than 136,000 alumni. I salute the men and women who comprise Vanderbilt's world-renowned faculty. Collectively and individually, Vanderbilt's family of scholars, researchers, teachers, humanitarians, physicians have invested many, many hours, years, decades in teaching, mentoring, advising, and counseling our students. Our faculty deserve enormous gratitude for the important role they've played in guiding these young scholars along on their journey. Professors Emeriti, members of the Board of Trust, 50th reunion class members, President of the Alumni Association, members of the faculty, would you please stand so we may express our deep appreciation. Let me also extend a special thanks to the people who really make this day as beautiful and as fun as we appreciate and experience it. Many volunteers, our extraordinary plant operations staff, the Vanderbilt Police Department, and of course, our Life Flight crew members, all here to help us and to celebrate and enjoy. They are the ones who make this campus magnificent, who show its charm and beauty, and they make Commencement Week the event that's a joy to attend, rain or shine. Please join me in thanking all of these people. Now, let me turn the stage over to Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Susan Wente, as she presents the Founders Medals, a historic tradition that has distinguished Vanderbilt commencements for 138 years.
Thank you. These awards were endowed by Cornelius Vanderbilt in their first year of presentation in 1877. And today, the presentation of the Founders Medals continues that tradition of honoring the student graduating with first honors from each of Vanderbilt's schools. I now present the 2006 Founders Medalists. Leslie Catherine Bruce from Belton, Missouri, is this year's Founders Medalist for the College of Arts and Science and is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree. Leslie Bruce believes in Ubuntu, an African philosophy emphasizing the interconnectedness of humanity. She works to foster conversations among members of diverse groups. Leslie served on the Vanderbilt Speakers Committee, helping to organize the Impact Symposium. Beyond campus, she was a 2015 Humanity in Action Fellow, working with students from the United States and European universities. After graduation, Leslie will serve as assistant to Judge Sri Srinivasan on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. District. Amy Victoria Thompson from Springfield, Tennessee, is this year's Founders Medalist for the Blair School of Music and is graduating with a Bachelor of Music degree in harp performance and a concentration in composition. Amy began her Blair studies in the pre-college program, earning a college preparatory certificate. She is the Cornelius Vanderbilt Scholar, a member of Phi Kappa Lambda, and president of the Blair Composition Forum. Amy studied abroad in Vienna, Paris, and London. Amy has been a volunteer teacher at W.O. Smith Music School for 3 years. Following graduation, Amy will pursue her master's degree in harp performance at McGill University in Montreal, Canada. Julie Ann Scherner from St. Louis, Missouri, is this year's Founders Medalist for the School of Engineering and is graduating with a Bachelor of Engineering in Biomedical Engineering. Julie spent the past 3 years researching ways to reduce the number of bone fractures in at-risk populations by improving risk assessment tools and identifying determinants of bone toughness. She also led Vanderbilt's Design for America studio in a project aimed at decreasing ambient noise in hospitals in order to improve patients' comfort. In the future, Julie plans to do product development in the medical device industry. Felicia Hanito from Singapore and Shanghai, China, is this year's Founders Medalist for Peabody and is graduating with a BS in Child Development and Human and Organizational Development. Felicia, a Peabody Scholar, received numerous academic honors, including a Peabody's Dean's Achievement Scholarship and membership to Omicron Delta Kappa Honor Society. Her HOD thesis is entitled, "A Model to Predict the Emergence of Community Psychology and Community Development in 91 Countries." Felicia's community engagement includes Children for Change Cambodia, youth encouragement services, and global ambassadors. Felicia is exploring positions with a focus on Southeast Asian development with future graduate studies planned in international development. Samantha Toshman McLaughlin from Hoover, Alabama, is this year's Founders Medalist for the Divinity School and is graduating with a Master of Divinity degree. Samantha attended the Divinity School as a Turner Scholar, an honor bestowed upon students who demonstrate ministerial leadership skills in the United Methodist Church. Samantha proved her leadership abilities by serving as a chair of the university's Methodist Student Association, as a ministry intern at Providence United Methodist Church, and as a chaplain at youth camps. Samantha has been appointed an associate pastor for the congregation at the Belle Meade United Methodist Church in Nashville. Andrew Niemeyer from Evansville, Illinois, is this year's Founders Medalist for the Owen Graduate School of Management and is graduating with a Master of Business Administration. Andy received numerous academic honors at Owen. He received the E. Bronson Ingram Scholarship, was named a Dean Scholar, and received the Bruce D. Henderson Award for Academic Achievement. Andy was recently inducted into Beta Gamma Sigma, the International Honor Society for Business Students. Andy graduates with concentrations in human and organizational performance and strategy. Andy, Ulysses, and son Rowan will head to Indiana to help grow his brother's business, Azit Pizza, now in Indiana, Illinois, and Kentucky. Lauren Messonnet Myers from Lafayette, Louisiana, is this year's Founders Medalist for the Law School and is graduating with a Doctor of Jurisprudence. While at Vanderbilt, Lauren received numerous academic honors, including the Robert F. Jackson Memorial Prize for the highest scholastic average after 2 years in law school, Dean's List in all semesters, and multiple Vanderbilt Scholastic Excellence Awards. In addition, she serves as a Vanderbilt Law Review notes editor and on the Moot Court Board. After graduation, Lauren will begin legal practice as an associate at the Vincent and Elkins Law Firm in Dallas, Texas. Grant Alexander Nunn from Flower Mound, Texas, is this year's Founders Medalist for the law school and is graduating with a Doctor of Jurisprudence. Admitted as a Chancellor's Scholar, Alex continued to receive numerous academic awards while at Vanderbilt. He placed on the Dean's List in all semesters, received the Vanderbilt Scholastic Excellence Award for the highest grade in tax law, and serves as the Vanderbilt Law Review Editor-in-Chief. After graduation, Alex will clerk for the Honorable Karen LaCraft Henderson, U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit, Washington, D.C. Yeah. Andrew Joseph Hines from Lake Charles, Louisiana, is this year's Founders Medalist for the Graduate School and is graduating with a Doctor of Philosophy. Andy completed a dissertation that chronicles how Black writers in the mid-20th century contested new critical practice, parts of which have been published in Public Books and Criticism. He has also been awarded numerous prizes for his research and teaching, including Outstanding Graduate Student Teaching Award and the Robert Manson Myers Dissertation Award. Since receiving his degree in August, Andy has been a lecturer in the Department of English at Vanderbilt. Jessica Nicole Walker from Brentwood, Tennessee, is this year's Founders Medalist for the School of Nursing and is graduating with a Master's of Science in Nursing degree in the Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner Program. Jessica discovered a passion for research while excelling as a student, volunteer, and scholar. She received the American Psychiatric Nurses Association Board of Directors Student Scholarship and presented research at the association's conference. Jessica served as president of the National Alliance on Mental Illness and volunteered at the Renewal House, Room in the Inn, and NAMI. Now a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, Jessica works with mentally ill patients who are homeless and is pursuing a Doctor of Nurse Practice degree. Mary Ellen Irene Coran from Annapolis, Maryland, is this year's Founders Medalist for the School of Medicine and is graduating with a medical doctorate and a doctorate in philosophy. She matriculated into the Medical Scientist Training Program to receive both of these degrees and completed her PhD in Human Imaging and Genetics. She was also president of the American Medical Student Association, inducted into Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Honor Society as a junior, and was active on the Student Advisory Committee for the MD PhD program. She is moving to Stanford University with her husband for residency in radiology while continuing research in imaging and genetics.
I really love commencement, especially on a day like today. Sunny, unseasonably cool, lots of smiling faces, all filled with great pride and perhaps even relief. Our Vanderbilt tradition allows only the Chancellor to speak at commencement. As I've said before, I confess, I keep track of who speaks at the other schools. President Obama spoke at Howard University. He's headed up to Rutgers. Michael Bloomberg delivered the University of Michigan commencement address. Steven Spielberg, I heard, is speaking at Harvard. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at Drew University. Matt Damon, I guess down the street, he's going to MIT. Coach K, delivering the address at, not Army, Duke. Renowned public figures, national leaders, celebrities, captains of industry, they all dominate this field. And now there actually are websites that grade commencement speaker choices. I love this one, Matt Damon, F. Never finished college, they observed. Kareem, of course, an A. Greatest of all time in his career, and a progeny of the UCLA Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. I love this one, President Obama, B. The critic downgraded him because of what was characterized as security hassles. I was shocked. I didn't think there'd be any. It was tough grading, and I was thinking, God, I'd be content with a C-. Or, I'd beg for a W. Leave it on the transcript. I don't care. Maybe just an incomplete. I'm really not the commencement speaker. I'm the Chancellor. Now, as I remind you, there are positive aspects of our tradition. I know many of you personally. In fact, I've noticed that I've become so familiar that many students will now just say, "Hi, Zeppos," or "I had dinner with Zeppos," or "Should I take Zeppos' class?" rather than the more formal, "Hello, Chancellor Zeppos." Now, having served on the faculty for 28 years, I feel like I kind of know Vanderbilt. Hopefully, I won't make any factual mistakes or give you my stock speech. I don't charge for an honorarium. And finally, for me, you can actually give me feedback, and it counts. So Matt Damon goes to MIT. He's not going to leave thinking, "Oh, that was terrible. I've got to do better next year. No one will come." I know I can always do better next year. Interestingly, I've never had anyone come up to me and say, "That was a really great speech, Zeppos. I only wish you had spoken longer." Now, I've got a lot of them say, "That was way too long." Today, however, I want to tell you a story, not give you a speech. And it's really a story about my family. I have two older brothers, Jonathan and Evan. Every family has an amateur genealogist. And in our family, my brother Evan fulfills that role. So frequently, but randomly, envelopes from Evan, packed with family history archives, show up in my mailbox at home. I'll open them up. I'll go through them: birth certificate, death certificate, wedding licenses, baptismal documents. Once in a while, a faded picture with names on the back or rubbings of gravestones. When time allows, I'll actually read them with great curiosity. Now, as I read them, much of the information is familiar: date and place of my mother's birth, the cause of my father's death, the church where I was baptized. But once in a while, I'll learn something new. I learned that my paternal grandmother died in the Great Flu epidemic in 1918, only 6 days after my father's first birthday. But eventually, the envelope slowed to a trickle, and then they seemed to stop. I wasn't surprised because I started to envision mentally my family tree. And I just assumed Evan had already sent me every dead relative's milestone documents that he could get his hands on. Now, mind you, my family tree in the United States is not a real big one, since it was my grandparents who traveled from Greece to America in the early 20th century. So I figured we were done. One day, this big envelope shows up. It's crammed in my mailbox at home. It had my brother's return address, so I knew it was something that he had determined in his expert Zeppos genealogical judgment that this was something important to the family archive. And I said to myself, what in the world is this? I thought he had really exhausted the record. Well, I put the envelope aside on my desk and I went about doing whatever I was doing, whatever I was occupied with before the mail came. And to be candid, despite my love of history, and I truly love history, I tend to focus on the here and now and the future. And I just find sometimes the personal past too easily romanticized. But eventually that day I had a free moment and I thought, okay, I'm gonna open up the envelope and see what he sent me. Now inside there were 2 long pages. So I knew these were not death or birth certificates. I'd become expert, those are usually smaller. But carefully I pulled the document out and it was titled Petition for Naturalization, United States of America, along with a Declaration of Intention. The year, 1926. I soon realized that I was looking at my paternal grandfather's petition to become a United States citizen. I'd never seen these papers before. They were at once both grand and prosaic. The text demanded his intention forever all allegiances and fidelity, to renounce forever all allegiances, fidelities to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, particularly to, and there was a blank. And inserted in the blank, they had put Alexander, king of the Hellenes. And I'm thinking, the king of the Hellenes, 1926. I laughed out loud at this notion that America, thriving, prosperous after a victory in World War I, would have anything to fear from this King Alexander of the Hellenes. For I was quite sure he was not the Alexander of ancient times out to conquer the world with my grandfather in his phalanx. But I accepted that such formal renunciation was required, I figured. It's all about his loyalty. The document also recorded some very simple physical information about my grandfather. Described him as white, with dark complexion, 5 feet 8 inches tall, and 145 pounds. He stood shorter than I am, perhaps similarly colored, but a much lower weight. I figured, how could he only be 145 pounds? And I figured it was either the result of deprivation, he was a widower and he was feeding 4 children, or I figured it out, I chuckled, he was an early adopter of the now trendy Mediterranean diet. He was Greek. I looked on further and I noticed it was not his first attempt to become a U.S. citizen. It was noted that he had been rejected earlier for, quote, ignorance of government, unquote. Ouch. Ouch. The word ignorance stung me as a teacher, especially one who teaches the United States Constitution. I kept reading and I made my way to the bottom of the document, and there was his signature. In nice penmanship, it bore the name, John Zeppos. Now, this greatly pleased me. The handwriting, beautiful cursive that even the strictest grade school teacher would have complimented. It even crossed my mind that, hey, my handwriting and his were similar, as if his genes had passed along to me, included this trait. I looked closer, and I noticed what appeared to be a middle initial. I looked more closely. It was an X, and it was accompanied by the notation, quote, his mark. It hit me. My grandfather was illiterate. He could neither read nor write the language of his adopted country. Now, for me, a lawyer, a professor, a chancellor who lives in the world of inspired ideas, great words, I can walk across this campus and there's a community of fluency in dozens of languages. It never occurred to me that my grandfather was illiterate. He was deemed ignorant. I sat in silence. I was actually quite stunned, and I felt many different things. For some reason, it really pained me. I wasn't sure why. I knew he had a hard life. Indeed, he died from pulmonary failure about 10 years after he became a citizen. I think, no doubt, from the work caused in the mill. He was buried his son, my father, always reminded me, in an unmarked grave, but was given the rights of his faith. This was painful to me, and to ease that pain, my mind wandered to the world of fiction and fantasy. I thought of one of my favorite movies, Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams, where the lead character, Kevin Costner, heals his pain by reuniting with his father in a game of baseball, returned to his youth, his dead father, in that former cornfield. And I thought, well, this pains me, but all would really be okay. It would be, well, if I could just take my grandfather on a tour of Vanderbilt's campus, and I'd show him my world, and it would only be for a brief moment, just like in Field of Dreams, when he walks back into the cornfield and disappears. Well, I was sad, but then I got a little bit angry, and I thought, well, what's with the woe is me? Why is this getting the best of me? I reminded myself of uncertain and serendipitous paths that lead to success and often failure. I focused, frankly, less far on how far I had come, and I now channeled my favorite Talking Heads song, Once in a Lifetime. And I said, how did I get here? What did the story of my illiterate grandfather really have to do with my life? Interesting and moving? I hope so to some. Inspiring to some? Perhaps. Unique? For me, yes, but hardly. I finally came to the realization that I am here because I am educated. And I don't mean simply here today as your chancellor, as a professor at Vanderbilt, but I mean here today, unburdened from worry about the basic necessities of life, able to educate my children, to have good health care, to drink clean water, unafraid to vote, free to experience a broader, more diverse world, because I am educated. Today you sit at a ceremony similar to one I sat in 4 decades ago. Like you, I was surrounded by so many people who loved me, invested in me. I knew that something special was being given to me, but I never quite understood the power of what was given until I pored over those long-lost documents. I am grateful every day that I am in the presence of students, faculty, and staff who remind me of this power. And I know your life will unfold with good and bad, highs and lows, successes, and indeed failures. Of one thing I am sure, through not just the good, the highs, and the successes, but the bad, the lows, and the failures, it is education. It is education and your time at Vanderbilt that will be your source of strength, your source of comfort. So how does the story end? Well, that evening I finished my reading and digesting my grandfather's citizenship documents, and I safely tucked them away in a file. I often like to conclude a long day by the ritual of not a martini, but I light a candle. I love candles, bright colors, shapes, containers, natural fragrances. They're all beautiful to me, soothing. I also like to light a candle in memory of someone. Now, this is a ritual in many places of worship and, of course, many cultures. That night, I lit 3 candles. One, of course, was for my grandfather, for I wanted to remember him. And I wanted to acknowledge my genealogical and psychological wrestling with a man I never knew, whose DNA, if not whose penmanship, I inherited. Now, who were the other 2 candles for? They were for Arthur Schiefelbein and George Lane, 2 men I never knew, and I had not heard about until I read those documents earlier in the day. Well, it turns out my grandfather, the illiterate man, needed 2 witnesses to secure his citizenship. And Arthur and George, a merchant and a molder, signed on his behalf, quote, affirming that he was a person of good moral character and in every way qualified, despite the X, to be a citizen of the United States. Now, they signed without X's in their real hand. I felt I owed them, from me, my family, for this debt of gratitude, perhaps unacknowledged for almost a century. Undoubtedly, there are many people whom you will want to thank today. You leave Vanderbilt with the gift of education, the privilege of learning, and the security, freedom, and prosperity that can come with it. Health, freedom, equality, and prosperity, they don't just happen. They come about through the purposeful acts of many, most prominently those who receive the gift you receive of education. Cherish that education, nourish it every day, pass it on to others, and do whatever you can to lift others up. There remain many who could do amazing good things if just given the chance. People who perhaps cannot write or whom other people will call ignorant. Don't give up on anyone and help those who don't have, who might have someday, what you have. It can be as simple, really, as simple as just writing your name. Who knows? Someday you may do nothing more than affix your name to a document in support of somebody who needs your help. Maybe it'll take 8 decades, 9 decades, but someone someday may just become a college chancellor out of this kindness and generosity that you displayed. Thank you very much for allowing to share that story, and farewell, graduates of 2016.
Recipients of bachelor degrees and their guests should remain on alumni lawn. Your diploma awarding ceremony will begin shortly. In a few moments, recipients of graduate and professional degrees and their guests
Let's again thank Mary Grace Johnson, a junior in the Blair School of Music, for that exquisite, peaceful musical performance. We have now arrived at that greatly anticipated moment. Our graduates, you've all worked so diligently and stylishly toward the conferral of your academic degrees. The charges that I'll read to our graduates were penned by the late Chancellor Alexander Hurd. These charges are part of Vanderbilt's legacy and have been passed down through generations and have been imparted to every graduate of this university since Chancellor Hurd's tenure. Graduates, in receiving these charges, you are joined to a lineage that precedes you, that will endure after you, and that flourishes because of you. First, Dean Lori Benton will present the candidates for the degrees offered by the College of Arts and Science.
Will the candidates from the College of Arts and Science please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these extraordinary students for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. They have fulfilled the requirements established by the College of Arts and Science and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of that academic degree.
I salute you for your academic achievements and distinctions, and in the name of an educated society, I welcome you to all the obligations and privileges of educated women and men. Please be seated. Dean Mark Waite will present candidates for the degrees of the Blair School of Music.
Will the candidates from the Blair School of Music please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students for the degree of Bachelor of Music. They have fulfilled the requirements established by the Blair School of Music and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of that academic degree.
I salute you for the academic distinction you have earned in your study of art, the art of music, and I commend use of your skills and knowledge to the exaltation of the human spirit and the preservation of human culture. Please be seated. Dean Philippe Fauché will present candidates for the degrees of the School of Engineering.
Will the candidates from the School of Engineering please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these amazing students for the degrees of Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Science, and Master of Engineering. They have fulfilled the requirements established by the School of Engineering and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these academic degrees.
I congratulate you on the academic and professional foundations you have built for yourselves and commend the use of your exceptional training in the building of a better world for all people. Please be seated. Dean Camilla Bembo will present candidates for the degrees of Peabody College.
Will the candidates from the Peabody College of Education and Human Development please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students for the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Master of Education, Master of Public Policy, and Doctor of Education. They have fulfilled the requirements established by Peabody College and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these academic degrees.
I salute you for your academic achievements and distinctions, and I commend the use of your training, your art, and your skill to the continued creation and sustenance of an enlightened and literate society. Please be seated. Dean Linda Norma will now present candidates for the degrees of the School of Nursing.
Will the candidates from the School of Nursing please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students for the degrees of Master of Science in Nursing and Doctor of Nursing Practice. They have fulfilled the requirements established by the School of Nursing and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these academic degrees.
I congratulate you on the academic and professional distinction you have earned and commend the use of your arts and your sciences to the healing care of humankind. Please be seated. I now call upon, I believe, Sal March from the Owen School to confer the degrees for the candidates for the degrees of the Owen Graduate School of Management.
Will the candidates from the Owen Graduate School of Management please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students for the degrees of Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Finance, Master of Management in Healthcare, and Master of Accountancy. They have fulfilled the requirements established by the Owen Graduate School of Management and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these academic degrees.
I congratulate you on the skills and distinctions you have attained, and I commend the application of your advanced knowledge to the better management of society's institutions. Please be seated. Dean Emily Towns will present candidates for the degrees of the Divinity School.
Will the candidates from the Divinity School please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these holy bold students for the degrees of Master of Divinity and Master of Theological Studies. They have fulfilled the requirements established by the Divinity School and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these academic degrees.
I congratulate you on the educational distinction you have earned and commend to each of you a life of learned ministry in teaching to the spiritual welfare of humanity. Please be seated. I now call upon Dean Chris Guthrie to present candidates for the degree of the School of Law.
Will the candidates from the law school please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students for the degrees of Master of Laws and Doctor of Jurisprudence. They have fulfilled the requirements established by the law school and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these academic degrees.
I congratulate you on your command of the ways justice is attained and commend your exceptional training to the advancement of a just social order. Please be seated. Dean Jeffrey Balzer will now present candidates for the degrees of the School of Medicine.
Will the candidates from the School of Medicine please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students for the degrees of Doctor of Audiology, Master of Education of the Deaf, Master of Science Speech Language Pathology, Master of Public Health, Master of Science in Clinical Investigation, Master of Laboratory Investigation, Master of Health Professions Education, Doctor of Medical Physics, and Doctor of Medicine. They have fulfilled the requirements established by the School of Medicine and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these academic degrees.
I congratulate you on your distinguished attainment to the role of physician, and I commend all of you to the lives of healing in service to the welfare of humankind. Please be seated. Finally, Dean Mark Wallace will present candidates for all the degrees of the graduate school.
Will the candidates from the graduate school please stand? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting these students for the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Liberal Arts and Science, Master of Fine Arts, and Doctor of Philosophy. They have fulfilled the requirements established by the graduate school and are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these academic degrees.
I congratulate each of you on the advanced academic standing you have earned, and I commend to you the advancement of an educated society. I welcome you into the ancient and universal company of scholars. Please be seated. Now, could I ask the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy to please stand again for particular notice? And will the deans on this platform who have candidates receiving this degree also stand to honor these recipients? The Philosophiae Doctor is the highest degree a university can bestow. Candidates, would you please turn to the audience to receive their appreciation and Vanderbilt's for your highest accomplishment. Please be seated. Now, I would invite all who have been presented for degrees to rise to have their degrees conferred. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trust of Vanderbilt University and by the vote of the faculties, I confer upon each of you degrees for which you have qualified, and I extend to you the best wishes of your alma mater now and for all the days of your lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing these remarkable graduates. Graduates, you may be seated. Congratulations.
Recipients of bachelor degrees and their guests should remain on alumni lawn. Your diploma awarding ceremony will begin shortly. In a few moments, recipients of graduate and professional degrees and their guests will recess and go to the individual diploma awarding ceremonies. A list of locations and a map of walking routes are found on the inside front cover of your commencement program. Guests requiring special assistance that are attending the Peabody, Owen, or graduate school ceremonies may take a shuttle running from West Side Row, which is located to your left. If you're staying for the undergraduate diploma ceremony, please remain seated and keep the aisles clear for the graduate and professional students to recess. After the recession, guests are welcome to fill in any vacated seats once instructed by the faculty marshals and the commencement staff. Graduate and professional students, you are dismissed. We will begin the undergraduate diploma ceremony shortly. Thank you.
Students, now we ceremonially acknowledge that which you have already accomplished by presenting you with a tangible representation, recognizing the achievement that you have justly earned. Now is the time for the awarding of diplomas. Graduates of the College of Arts and Science, I see you have come forward to receive your diplomas.
I present the May 2016 graduates of the College of Arts and Science. Keegan Frederick Abdu, Andrew Duffy Abel, Matthew David Abraham, Kevin Michael Adams, cum laude, Ethan Lane Addison, Jun Hugh An, cum laude, Isabella Blair Ahrens, cum laude, Lauren Page Aiken, Owen Christopher Akeley, summa cum laude, Sean Chickatotum Albert, Derek Anthony Alexander, Tamar Anna Alexanian, summa cum laude, Aquil Christina Allen, Percy Nicholas Allison, Caitlin Nicole Alsett, Nicole Cassandra Altamirano, Frances Marie Altick, Alexandra Louise Alvarez, Kathleen Maria Alvarez, David Joshua Anders, Brandon Michael Anderson, Peter Michael Anderson, Sarah Abbott Andros, Ashley Caitlin Antal, Jorge Alejandro Antunes, Priyanka Lakshmi Arabindi, Michael Patrick Armstrong, Brandon Arid Arvanagi, Saba Rose Asefa, Kendall Lee Ashby, Saara Carolina Katema Asikainen, Omero Mario Avaldi, cum laude, Margaret Lee Avra, cum laude, Ahmed Majed Awad, Natalie Ann Azarella, Sandra Nekemdarim Azubike, Nishant Bedal, June Bumbach, cum laude, Alexander Stephen Biacco, Emma Glenn Baker, Jacob Ryan Ball, summa cum laude, Rani Banjarian, Ladarius Bernard Banks, Lauren Marie Barnett, cum laude, Jordan Christina Baroni, Elizabeth Nicole Bartlett, Emily Grace Bartlett, cum laude, Jason Isaiah Basri, Morgan Lillian Beatty, Oliver Cade Baxter, cum laude, Lee Fuller Behrman II, Bridget Alexandra Beavers, Rian Sian Bedo, cum laude, Matthew J. Beebe, Elena Mae Bean, cum laude, Nicholas Francis Beyer, cum laude, Yelena Belenzanada, Audrey Savannah Bemis, Lindsay Michelle Bennett, Danielle Alyssa Berger, Julia Aaron Berger, Carolyn Page Bergfest, Alexandra Nicole Berkey, Anish Kumar Bhattacharya, Justin Louise Bilello, Mackenzie Lynn Bird, cum laude, Samuel Justin Birger, Matthew Reed Birnbaum, Madeline Elizabeth Blaha, Alexandra Elizabeth Blair, magna cum laude, Joshua Morgan Bland, cum laude, Andrea Shannon Blatt, cum laude, Matthew Stephen Bloom, Lindsay Fitzgerald Bogan II, John Alexander Bogdan, summa cum laude, Rachel Ann Boggs, Christine Mary Bach, cum laude, John Patrick Bone, Robert James Boniface, Claire Alexandra Boston, David Andrew Boschner, Madeline Grace Sparkman Boyd, cum laude. Samuel William Boyette. Emma McMillan Bradley, cum laude. William Wade Bramlett. Matthew Joseph Bronco. Jamie Michael Braunstein, cum laude. Jared Arthur Brazel. Paul E. Brazil. Stephen James Brennan. Edward Grayson Brewer. Blake Edward Briscoe. Tanner Thomas Brolsma. Lauren Alexandra Brooks. Jared Miles Brover. Carlia Nicole Brown. Samantha Ann Brown. Zachary Deshawn Brown. Leslie Catherine Bruce, summa cum laude. Ross Peterson Bruning. Jessica Lee Brugman. Frank Swayze Brumfield Jr. Andrew Scott Bryant. Cherie Melissa Bryant. Cole Wesley Bryant. Hogan Scott Bryant. Peter Armstrong Bryant, summa cum laude. Catherine Nicole Buckaloo, summa cum laude. Evan John Bueller. Megan Elizabeth Bullock. Sarah Lou Burrows. Catherine Hayes Bynum. Aaliyah Ray Calkins. John Stewart Camburn, cum laude. Ali Nicole Cantor. Sarah Elizabeth Carlo, cum laude. Reed Joseph Cavallini, cum laude. Danielle Elise Chandler. Kelly Malloy Chandler. Jalen Kai Chang. Michelle Asami Chapman, magna cum laude. Jennifer C. Chen. Yanru Chen. Ziyi Chen, summa cum laude. Anna Emily Childress. Leah Felina Chisholm. Julie Choi. Rebecca Alyssa Noella Chong, cum laude. Catherine Lee Chrisman. Michael Peter Christopher. Spencer Elliott Chesla. Connor Michael Clark. Charlotte Marie Alice Clement DeBona, summa cum laude. Jared Thomas Klein, summa cum laude. John Taylor Clinkscales, magna cum laude. Daniel Arthur Clauser. Mary Parrish Cobb. Beatrice Achola Cochran. Sarah Jane Coffey. Joshua Orrin Cohen. Lindsay Ann Cohen. Marielle Cohen. Rebecca Nicole Cohen, summa cum laude. Damon Pierre Cole III. Catherine Emma Colina De Vivero. Erica Wynn Comer. Meredith Lynn Compton, magna cum laude. Visant David Condé. Grant Edmund Connolly. Alice Elaine Contopoulos. Emilio Alexi Contreras. Grace Anna Corbett. Rafael Salas Correa. Renzo Antonio Costa. Patrick Travis Courtney, magna cum laude. Annabelle Bennett Cox. Sophia Karen Kramer. Victoria Jane Crenshaw. Marika Catherine Crow. Franklin D. Swee. Rebecca Croy Cunningham. Emma Jane Dagris. Leanne Margaret Dahlgren. Alex Yuan Dai. Alexandra Brooke Dawkage. Chase Ryan Dalton. Courtney Jean Daly, cum laude. Annalise Marie Dankers. Sabina Dang, summa cum laude. Philip Anthony Danta. Laura Lillian Devia. Kristen Elizabeth Davis, cum laude. Sierra Simone Davis. Easton Stone Dawson. Gustavo Beltro Arocha Bezhera de Lima. Nicole Leanne DeBusk. Nicholas Kelly Delgado, Bowie Dunn, Shiyu Yang, magna cum laude, Catherine Ann Denny, magna cum laude, Nicholas James Denuzzo, Ashika Desai, summa cum laude, Jacob Daniel DeVore,
Juan Felipe Diaz Gutierrez, magna cum laude,
Matthew John Diefenbach, Jacob Lee Dingle, Emily Dora Danino, magna cum laude, Jacob George Devine, Harker James Dixon, Sebastian Centers Debro, Sean Patrick Doherty, Theo Jose Dene, William Charles Duran, Jeffrey Wicker Douglas, Leslie Jacqueline Douglas, Wesley Jarrett Dozier, Lauren Elise Drafts, Matthew Evan Dunn, Melissa Louise Dunn, Charles Osborne DuPont, Haley Lane Dusick, cum laude, Harrison DeVries Ebeling, magna cum laude, Casey James Edelstein, Forrest Emily Edens, Darshi Wikrama Adarasharia, cum laude, Margaret Lindsay Edwards, John Bernard Elam, Jr., Sarah Elizabeth Elks, cum laude, Joshua Michael Elman, magna cum laude, John Clarence Elmore III, Malek Hassan Ilma Salemi, Thomas Athanasius Inglis, Caleb Epley, Samuel John Erlinger, magna cum laude, Preston Evans, Zheng Fang, Nicole Ferris, Tiffany Carol Farina, Erica Stacy Farr, Gabrielle Elena Feldman, Zachary Brian Feldman, cum laude, Kathleen Marie Ferguson, Darwin Fern, Evan Parker Farabee, Austin Philip Ferrone, Sarah Margaret Fine, Christopher Michael Fitzgerald, Andrew Jefferson Fix, Michael Peter Flum, magna cum laude, John Noble Fogarty, Allison Rose Fontaine, Morgan Alexis Franklin, Leanne Frederick, cum laude, Peter Thomas Fredette, Niall Anthony Freeman, Randolph Craig Freeman II, Amanda K. Fry, Shinsuke Fujita, Veronica G. Fulton, summa cum laude, Nathaniel Corbin Gabler, Christopher Constantine Gabriel, Kristen Elise Gaffney, Jason Kwan Gan, Alexander P. Gant, Yun Xiao Gao, Maria Elizabeth Garner, Christopher Thompson Garrett, cum laude, Robert Harrison Garrett, Katrina Lisa Giannopoulos, cum laude, Joseph Gelman, Zachary Louise Gentry, Rachel Carleen Gerald, AC Aseta Gartitego, John Patrick Gibson, Charlotte Dunkley Gill, cum laude, Jason Alex Gearson, Anthony Roberts Godinez Jr., Amanda Lee Godwin, summa cum laude, Lucy Grace Gonzalez, Hillary Jo Good, Sarah Elizabeth Gordon, Skylar Daniel Gordon, cum laude, Nicole Pauline Gorin, Declan James Grab, Garrett Stone Graham, cum laude, Jacob Jack Graham, Eliza Brooks Grenade, Andrew Mark Granum, Lauren Allison Grant, Carolyn Neighbors Gray, Catherine Margaret Greaves, Michaela Janae Green, Tyler Bernard Green, Anna Jameson Green, Henry James Greger, summa cum laude, Lindsay Lind Gregg, magna cum laude, Yelizveta Vladimirovna Gribkova, Mary Woodruff Griffin, Andrew Guo, Alex Ferguson Hager, summa cum laude, Jennifer J. Hahn, Thomas Ludwig Hahn, Allison Cook Hall, Scott Jeffrey Hall, cum laude, Victoria Krista Holliker, Thomas Warren Halpern, June Han Ham, Tong Han, John Harrington Hanlon, Irini Samir Hanna, magna cum laude, Connor James Hannon, Olivia Camille Harden, Paige Elizabeth Harnick, Harding Telefero Harper III, Mary Virginia Harper, Shawnee Leanne Harrell, Caleb Edwin Harris, Lauren Nicole Hart, Robert Clark Hart, Camille Danielle Harvey, Brooke Adriana Harwell, Brett Andre Haas, Sophia Saeed Hassan, Marissa Joy Hausman, cum laude, Caroline Head, Harris Rashawn Head, Nathaniel Owen Hagney, Marlena Louise Heberling, Alexandra Sloan Hecht, cum laude, Carson Page Hedberg, cum laude, Alexander Jacob Hayden, cum laude, Rachel Nicole Heim, Ariel Nicole Helms, summa cum laude, Connor Douglas Henderson, Connor William Henderson, cum laude, Alexander Nicholas Hernandez, cum laude, Hannah Michelle Harold, Michael Lee Hertz, Grace Elizabeth Higgins, Anna Grace Hill, magna cum laude, Lucas Ryan Hilliard, magna cum laude, William Michael Hillsman, Hunter Campbell Hinman, Michael Monwai Hines, cum laude, Malcolm Patrick Hirsch, Michael Vincent Height, Virginia Durand Height, magna cum laude, Stephanie Alexandra Hitty, summa cum laude, Emerson Matthew Hodes, Sarah Elise Hoffner, Catherine Caldwell Hogan, Joseph Irvin Holmes, Charlotte Christine Hoogland, cum laude, Audra Ruth Horn, Marshall Gaynor Howell IV, summa cum laude, Brent Huang, Kirk Kwanru Huang, Richard Weddington Hughes III, Emma Selden Honeycutt, magna cum laude, Sam Wiley Hunsaker III, Sarah Yvonne Hunt Blackwell, Zachary Benjamin Hilton, Hillary Ann Hyman, cum laude, Hunter David Imlay, cum laude, Matthew Ingram, Nicholas Patrick Ippolito, magna cum laude, James Madding Jackson II, Jordan Page Jackson, Carson Dean Jacobs, Abhishek Reddy Jadoo, Andrew Nicholas James, Sarah Michelle Jameson, Sylvia Junmi Jiang, cum laude, Zachary Philip Jaworski, Andrew James Jeffrey, magna cum laude, Samuel Robert Jeffrey, Jordan Mark Jensen, Yoon Young Jo, Mihi Jo, cum laude, Elena Dorita Joffrey, Chloe Janelle Johnson, Davis Brent Jones, magna cum laude, Kaya Jones, Sophia Nicole Jorash, Tennessee Joyce, Haun Jung, Alexandra Catherine Justice, Haley Danielle Khan, Molly Rose Kalea, Sahand Kalhori, Margaret Isabel Kaplan, summa cum laude, James Thomas Kapnick, Jamie Lynn Cater, magna cum laude, Talia Catherine Katz, Amy Nicole Kawabata, Changlin Key, cum laude, Courtney Nicole Keene, Tara Christine Kyle, Alexandra Figueroa Kaiser, magna cum laude, Jasmine L. Kelly, Lindsay Elizabeth Kelt, cum laude, Harrison David Keenum, Justine U. Kerr, Zoya M. Khan, Amit Paresh Kandiadia, magna cum laude, Sung-Sik Kim, magna cum laude, Sean Barak King, Nicholas Michael Klein, Andrew James Klingler, Robert Carson Nicely, Margaret Ray Knox, cum laude, Beatrice Margaret Conrad, Ban Huang Ku, Ralph Andrew Cortman, cum laude, Alexander Donald Kowalski, magna cum laude, Eliza Lane Kramer, cum laude, Jordan Kyle Cravette, Vibhuti Krishna, magna cum laude, Connor David Christ, summa cum laude,
Andrew David Keenley, cum laude,
Bethia J. Kwok, Nana Ajwa Awaya Kwartang, Marika Etta Kilstra, Nikita Lakompkin, summa cum laude, Scott Thomas Lancaster, summa cum laude, Morgan Pierce Lang, Frederick Morris Lanier Jr., Cecily Ann Larison, magna cum laude, Kelsey Rose Lasorda, Jasmine Amina Lawrence, Gabriel James Lazarus, cum laude, Amber Diane Lee, Jacob Austin Lee, Kan Myung Lee, Louis Jun Lee, Rhonda Hyun Kyung Lee, Richard Dow Lee, Sarah Alana Leff, David Connor Laird, James Alexander Leonard, cum laude, Silvana Elizabeth Lewin, Emily Constance Lewis, Karen Jingy Lee, Quincy Lee, magna cum laude, Tienga Peter Lee, Huarin Lien, cum laude, Jared Harris Lichtenstein, Matthew Adam Lieberson, Jonathan Mingjun Lim, magna cum laude, Jonathan Lin, Michael Gregory Lindsay, Catherine Patricia Linnick, Taylor Marie Lynn, Joshua Wilson Little, Shay Jewel Littlepage, Jeffrey Ross Littman, Mark Robinson Luttrell II, Julia Duggery Liu, Peter Shrejung Liu, magna cum laude, Matthew James Livingston, Samantha Elizabeth Locke, Amanda Patricia Lockwood, Andrew Dixon Logan, Emily Allison Long, cum laude, Jacob Michael Long, Reta Kayera Long, William Henry Long, John Patrick Lorge, Ji Lu, Vivian Liu, Jack Benson Lubin, Robert Theodore Lucas IV, Amy Gutrung Liu, magna cum laude, Anthony Davis Lynch, Ann Stewart Lind, magna cum laude, Jacob Austin Lyons, Riley James McDonald, cum laude, Ashley Marie Mack, magna cum laude, Margaret Duffy Macon, Rachel Elizabeth McGarry, Marco Robert McGee, Xiao Ying Ma, Carissa Michelle Mahon, Swetha Melaneni, Jennifer Catherine Malo, Jacob Soloff Malowitz, Michael Anthony Mancini, cum laude, Susan Leah Mendelker, cum laude, Diksha Manjunath, Jillian Lewis Mann, Vanessa Elena Marino, Catherine Quinn Marler, Benjamin Winchester Marsh, Christopher Herman Martin, Lucy Elizabeth Martin, cum laude, Serena Martinez, summa cum laude, Nathan Valentine Martis, Blake Wesley Masterson, Andrew John Mathis, Larissa Marie May, cum laude, Patrick Michael McAlexander, cum laude, Eleanor Grace McBriar, Kevin Patrick McCoy, Jonathan Malcolm McCrary, Christopher Aaron McDonald, Elizabeth Grace McDonough, Chandler Michelle McGee, William Wallace McGee, Jordan Tierra McGill, Sienna Clarice McGowan, Thomas Charles McGrath, cum laude, Stephen Todd McIntyre II, Emmett Zane McKinney, magna cum laude, Ryan Patrick McLaughlin, Daniel Patrick McLeod, Connor Lee McMahon, summa cum laude, Colleen Marie McNally, cum laude, Jordan Renee McNary, Nicholas John Mesikelski, magna cum laude, Alec Mehta, magna cum laude, Amar Monal Mehta, Elizabeth Birchmore Melgard, summa cum laude, Rebecca Sarah Meltzer, magna cum laude, Mary Becker Menendez, cum laude, Michael Robert Mercier, magna cum laude, Matthew Gregory Meshberg, Rachel Emma Metcalf, Patrick Michael Myers, magna cum laude, Bianca Ireka McBemery, cum laude, Esther Akesi Mia, Sarah Hannah Milan, Catherine Cornell Miller, summa cum laude, Katja Miriam Miller, Sarah McBride Miller, Jennifer Page Milston, Lauren Diane Mitchell, Margaret Billingsley Mitchell, summa cum laude, Phoebe Bess Mitchell, Bethel Sharon Mogus, Peter Scott Montgomery, cum laude, Lindsay Merkel Moore, Molly Elizabeth Moreau, Rebecca Ann Mordock, magna cum laude, Devin Brianna Morris, William Alexander Morris, Cassidy Aaron Morrison, Sihim Muwahid, Rebecca Ann Mueller, summa cum laude, Mary Elizabeth Mueller, Patrick Lawrence Mullen, Wamba Rebecca Mvula, Aaron Patrick Myers, cum laude, Joseph Dennis Myers, Raymond Na, Navia Raju Nadimpali, Sarah Elizabeth Nades, Edward Douglas Nas, Maritza Navarrete, Elliot Sean Nazarian, Jonathan Avery Neal Thompson, Tyler Aaron Needham, Daniel Robert Niederman, David Anton Nelwyn, Emily Catherine Nesbitt, Catherine Elizabeth Nettesheim, magna cum laude, Gabriella Maria Newell, Robert Adams Newman, Caitlin Elizabeth Nicasio, Ross Patrick Nickel, cum laude, Annika Marie Nilsson, cum laude, Michael Philip Nitzberg, Lauren Anderson Nortz, cum laude, Carson Elizabeth Nunnally, Jordan Shane Nunnally, cum laude, Garrett Thomas O'Brien, Olivia Maureen O'Connell, Michaela Marie O'Connor, Thomas Malachi O'Gorman, magna cum laude, Michael Edward Oberti, Forrest Peter Ogunyakin, Onyebuchi Ogochukwu Okiki, Afolian Kahindi Oladeji, Gideon Adeolua Olayeye II, Zoe Innes Holavari, Cassandra Denise Oliver, Christopher Thomas Olmsted, Oluwashayun Richard Olusanya, Jungmin An, cum laude, Julia Michelle Ordog, Taylor Cameron Orner, Charlotte Rohani Eliza Osborne, Anthony Luke Osorio, Kevin Gerard Oster, Katani Andre Austin Franklin, Gabrielle Alexis Outlaw, magna cum laude, John Keith Overlander, David Aaron Paisner, Kathy Q. Pan, Abhishek Ragesh Pundya, Yuna Krista Park, Mahir Parthasarathi, cum laude, Kirthan Dinesh Patel, cum laude, Kunal Sailash Patel, Rupa Nanesh Kumar Patel, David Conway Paul, Emily Catherine Powell, cum laude, Andrew James Peace, magna cum laude, Mackenzie Brooke Pearson, Patricia Louise Perrin, Kaylin Ann Perry, magna cum laude, Cody Reed Perskin, Samuel Scott Peters, Christina Elena Petrovich, Jason Keith Pevitt, Jonathan Michael Pizer, Michelle Carolyn Fahn, Ted Ashton Phillips III, Alexandra Nicole Piedra, Morgan Elaine Pinkleton, Dominic Christian Plageman, Christopher Lucas Plimpton, Michael Ross Pollock, Zachary Burt Posis, Hunter Andrew Price, Jeremy Paul Price, magna cum laude, Michael Jason Prince, Thomas Christopher Pruczynski, Caroline Anna Purcell, cum laude, Yuna Pyun, Hamza Ahmed Kazi, Gina Chin, Yimin Xu, cum laude, Lauren Ashley Kasuf Kwan, cum laude, Zoe Paris Radner, Lucy Camilla Rahner, cum laude, Rachel Lynn Rakosi, Nikal Raman, Nikal Ramaprasad, Shelby Ann Ramirez, Maria Lynn Ramos, Morgan Nicole Ransom, magna cum laude, Mason Scott Reesner, Avier Santosh Reddy, Christopher Robert Reed, Rakivia Brianna Reeves, Jasmine Renee Reed, Eric Matthew Riley, Samuel Burns Riley, Alling Bullard Remsen, Jane Luoxin Wren, Robin Nicole Renslow, Andres Blas Reyes Capo, cum laude, J. Pearson Reynolds, Gabrielle Alexandra Reinbold, Jasmine Ann Ricks, David Andrew Riddle, Justin Scott Riali, Tyler Matthew Rigby, Madigan Martha Grace Riley, Stephanie Margaret Riley, Ellen Lucan Reisenberg, Britta Sharon Risto, cum laude, Allie Nicole Rivera, cum laude, Derek Morgan Roberts, John Alexander Roberts III, Lester Challoner Robertson, Courtney Renee Robinson, Matthew Richard Robinson, Elizabeth Carolyn Robson, summa cum laude, Joseph Daniel Roden, Julia Ann Rogers, Anna Sage Dresdale Rogoff, Michelle Sung Kyung Ro, cum laude, Charlotte May Rowland, cum laude, Nicole Catherine Romness, Katrina Esther Rosen, Owen Charles Kolb Rosenberg, Brittany Lynn Rosenthal, Catherine Brady Ross, Gina Alicia Rossman, Carly Lauren Rotter, Robert Martin Rovelli, Patrick Ryan Rowland, Daniel Seth Rubin, Mark Gordon Rubin Jr., Alexandra Amitha Ruff, Caroline Hilton Rushton, magna cum laude, Erica Tawney Russ, cum laude, Elena Morgan Sabin, magna cum laude. Felicia Brianne Rutberg, Shay Alexandra Sabin, cum laude, Alexander P. Sakonia, Kristen Frith Safko, William Declan Sack, Francesca Marie Salvatore, magna cum laude, Thomas Shea Samaritano, Sarah Elizabeth Sams, Jacob Matthew Samuel, Charles Hughes Sanford Jr., John Landon Sanford, Gabriele Nicole Santiago, Neil Lal Sareen, Caroline Marion Saunders, summa cum laude. Sally Gale Saunders, cum laude. Eric Christopher Savitt. Joseph Hayden Shelby, magna cum laude. John Ignacio Schember. Miles Jared Schimmel. Timothy Crane Schneer. Riley Charles Scholler. Mallory Danielle Schonk. Chelsea Lynn Sissom, summa cum laude. Jacqueline Wassam Scott, cum laude. Jacob Patrick Sealand. Catherine Ann Seeger, summa cum laude. Georgina Elise Selland. Jane Madeline Senko. Catherine Therese Sentel, summa cum laude. Danielle Faye Surface. Brittany Elizabeth Shar, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Shanazarian. Isabel Claire Shane. Samira Shakir. Xue Qing Shang, magna cum laude. Michelle Siming Shang. Carolyn Michelle Shanks, magna cum laude. Chun Xiao, magna cum laude. Allison Lindsay Shapiro. Kavya Sharman. Felicia Mariah Shaw. Cara Mae Chef, cum laude. Michelle Sarah Shen, magna cum laude. Cara Nicole Shearer, cum laude. Youngmin Shin, summa cum laude. Max Daniel Shore. Adam Joshua Shriver, summa cum laude. David John Shuck, cum laude. Cara Morgan Siegel. Michael Abraham Silber. Mackenzie David Silverman. Mark Philip Simon. Grady Beck Singleton. Mark David Singleton, summa cum laude. Stephanie Nicole Skinner. Allison Noel Smith. Alicia Lauren Smith. Darcy Kayla Smith. James Walter Smith IV. Mackenzie Joanna Smith. Rebecca Taylor Smith. Taylor Elizabeth Smith. Zachary Benjamin Smith. Paul William Snyder. Seung Hoon Song. Claudia Joy Sosner, cum laude. Catherine Lee Sawa. Omawami Bolanle Shawinka. Leah Mackenzie Span, cum laude. Shaquille Antrez Sparkman. Caitlin Page Spear. Bradley Richard Spielberger. Christoph Stephen Sproul. Clark Joseph Stallings, magna cum laude. Blaine Patrick Stannard. Adam Joseph Stark, cum laude. Matthew Farrington Statman. Kayla Nicole Staubby. Andrew David Steen. Jillian Hannah Stein. Randall Drew Steinberg, cum laude. Maxwell Alexander Stefan Queen. Emily Ann Stewart, summa cum laude. Jacob Andrew Stillebauer. Jameson Dylan Raymond Stoicky. Ariana Lee Stone, magna cum laude. Carly Michelle Stone. Colin Richard Stone. Lucy Pearl Black Stone. Marshall Levy Stone. Meryl Elizabeth Honlin Stone, cum laude. Rebecca Sarah Stone. Gianna Rose Strand, summa cum laude. Jinshang Su, summa cum laude. Julia Marie Suggs, magna cum laude. Brian H. Su. Syra Suri. Tanner John Swanson, summa cum laude.
Luke Anthony Sendiuch.
Mark Christian Talley, magna cum laude. Isa Fulani Tanis. Clancy Elena Taylor. Jasmine Lachelle Taylor. Dylan Oliver Teague. Jacob Charles Teichner. Kenneth Austin Terry. Anne Elizabeth Tewksbury. Nivedita Thamisarazan, Catherine Elizabeth Timmons, Michaela Ann Thomas, cum laude, Harrison Sidney Thompson, Isabella Beatrice Thornton Clark, cum laude, Marco Antonio Tiburcio, Kelly Ning Tu, cum laude, Joshua Tim, cum laude, Sophie Bauchu To, Cameron Thomas Togri, magna cum laude, Vance Philip Toole, Frank Thomas Tota II, magna cum laude, Nicholas John Tulumas, Brett Douglas Tregoning, William Alexander Trepp, Noah Paul Trump, Samuel Walker Trump, Chien Ho Tai, Jessica Lee Sang, Blake Ian Turner, Patricia Noel Tyson, cum laude, Kyle Richard Uber, Natasha Eileen Barakan Ulate, cum laude, Jolene Catherine Underwood, cum laude, Lisa Jolie Volkarenji, Leah Christina Vanderkroll, magna cum laude, Caroline Francis Van Voris, magna cum laude, Cesar David Manuel Vargas, Jackson Wiles Vaught, Emily Grace Villette, Erin Elizabeth Verbeck, magna cum laude, Samantha Nicole Verdell, Bailey Hannah Vi, Louis Elias Vieta, James Wilburn Weiss Jr., Meredith Octavia Vitale, John Charles Vetch, Catherine Lazar Vogel, Kern Praveen Vora, magna cum laude, Sarah Elizabeth Volman, Allison Christina Van Dalen, Brandon Richard Van Zup, Ann Phelps Vreeland, cum laude, Carrie Lou Walker, Lawrence Allen Waller, Aubrey Elizabeth Walsh, Corinne Elizabeth Walters, Andrew Yuder Wong, Leun Wong, Matthew Andrew Wappler, Savannah Ryan Ware, Timothy J. Warner, Nathan Paul Watkins, Benjamin Steele Wayne, cum laude, David Curtis Wegner, Jr., summa cum laude, India White Weinkoff, Benjamin Walls Wainrib, Monica Rose Wiseman, summa cum laude, Jacob Michael Weiss, Daniel Ryan Weitz, Chase Walter Wellsfree, Hope Victoria Whalen, Lauren Michelle White, magna cum laude, Madison Elva White, magna cum laude, Georgia Lee Whitaker, Jessica Francis Wicker, Logan Alexander Wilkie, cum laude, Alexandra Hope Williams, Julia Diane Williams, cum laude, Michaela Nicole Williams, Bria Alexandria Wilson, Hadley Husk Wilson, summa cum laude, Jasmine Janae Wilson, Nevin James Wilson, Paige Christine Wilson, Jessica Lynn Winchester, George Philip Winkle, Jr., Olivia Kristen Wirtz, Britton Wogsland, Christopher George Wolk, Charles Augustin Woodleaf, magna cum laude, Tierney Laisha Woods, Andrew Amayas Wu, Zeji Wu, Charles Hanfield Wyatt VI, Aaron K. Wysocki, Alexander James Wyville, Wenxi Xiao, summa cum laude, Wenyia Xiao, cum laude, An-Ni Xing, Ryan Zin, Lian Yen Xiu, Bai Huan Xun, summa cum laude, Maria Beatrice Yabut, Anne Caroline Yonda, cum laude, Cyrus Z. Yang, Karthik Yarlagada, Ariana Dominique Yaritu, Susan Elizabeth Yates, Justin Ye, magna cum laude. Yi Wen Han, cum laude. Daniel Wee Yu, magna cum laude. Dylan Scott Young. Disa Yu. Jessica Ann Zadeks, cum laude. Stephen Werner Zaksowitz, magna cum laude. Matub M. Zaire Maganlu, magna cum laude. Evan Arthur Zeddies. Simon Thomas Zeidner. Theodore Bravdo Zeng. Christina Margaret Zettler, cum laude. Frederick Zhuyan Zhang. Jean Kathy Zhang, cum laude. Yao Chen Zhong. Yuran Zhang. Anna Ho Zhao, summa cum laude. Jidong Zhao, summa cum laude. Jin Sheng. Adele Zhou. Scott Naishing Zhou, summa cum laude. Yua Zhou. Deanna Mulan Zhu. Renee Margaret Zhu, magna cum laude. Michael James Zurab, cum laude. Jake Miles Zwiebel. I present the December 2015 graduates of the College of Arts and Science. Madison Ashley Ayers, Catherine Grace Bell, Heather Ann Bovey, Ryan William Burkhart, Julia Michelle Cole, Rebecca Elliott, Tanvir Ahmed Faisal, Eddie Doyle Franklin Jr., Elias Jacob Gorski, Conrad Martin Gregor, Katerina Mary Hickey, Matthew Zachary Huffer, Daniel Felix Jimenez, Agnes Youngshim Joe, Michael Edward Jones, Michael Ryan Machak, Elena Elizabeth Malik, Juliana Lee Martell, cum laude, James Redford Loomis Martin, Jamel Rashawn McIntosh, Joel Michael McKeithen, Jared Raymond Miller, Grant Dean Payton, David Young Chu, cum laude, Amanda Cheney Rehorn, cum laude, Matthew Stephen Reynolds, cum laude, Elizabeth Corton Ross, magna cum laude, Joseph Raul Soleski, Matthew Allen Snodgrass, Charlene D. Wang, Stephen Cowan Whitman III, Andriana Caitlin Yates. I present the August 2015 graduates of the College of Arts and Science. Claude Eric Allen, Kendall Leigh Jefferson, Christopher Matthew Rizzo, Taylor Nicole Thomas, this concludes the graduates of the College of Arts and Science.
Graduates of the Blair School of Music, I guess you come forward to receive your diplomas. Thank you, Dean Wade.
I present the May 2016 graduates of the Blair School of Music. Jasper Scott Bray, summa cum laude. John Daniel Cohen, summa cum laude. Laura Michelle Cook. Brian Christopher Entwistle, summa cum laude. Robert Ward Fay. Lucas Taylor Farragutti, magna cum laude. Danielle Kathleen Hoisington. Leah Marie Hollingshead. Brooke Elizabeth Holman, cum laude. Connor William Jones. Benjamin Dan Cahan. Mary Margaret Kelly. James Philip Kettler, cum laude. Charles Michael Kleiss, magna cum laude. Mary Catherine Loftus. Timothy Nathan Lowry, magna cum laude. Selena Ray McGee, magna cum laude. Ann Mills. Daniel James Moore, magna cum laude. Michaela Marie Novakovic, magna cum laude. Elise Marguerite Rabidoux, magna cum laude. Thomas Joseph Ridgway, cum laude. Helene Sophia Stack. Paige Elizabeth Stinnett, cum laude. Amy Victoria Thompson, summa cum laude. Trevor Thompson, summa cum laude. Jacob Dwayne Todd. Marissa Sachiko Uchimura, magna cum laude. Liam Michael Underwood, cum laude. Austin Michael Vitaliano, cum laude. Laura Rose Williamson, summa cum laude. Alan Jiguan Wong. Isabel Megan Wong. I present the December 2015 graduates of the Blair School of Music. Emma Elizabeth Gibson. Blair Ellen Reinley, magna cum laude. This concludes the graduates of the Blair School of Music.
Graduates of the School of Engineering, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
I present the May 2016 Bachelor of Engineering graduates of the School of Engineering. Rizal Abd Razak, Sharalia Ufira Abdullah, Mary Catherine Abelli, Nurnabila Abu Hassan Sha'ari,
Diane Nicole Addison,
Olamide Adiosola Adebesate, Ahmad Ifat Alias, Taylor Jonathan Almeter, Noor Asya Amran, Matthew Joseph Anderson, Tyler Matthew Anitzberger, summa cum laude. Daniel Noah Aronskind, magna cum laude. Ahmad Lukman Asmat Nizam, Lydia Hana Azmi, Muhammad Hafiz bin Azmi, Edward Baig, Nur Liana Bahrain, Brooke Randy Bartley, Benjamin Dean Besseresht, Emily Elizabeth Beltoff, Ivan Chesterfield Biggs, Devin Ashley Bird, Nicholas Jordan Blair, Martin Cody Bromlett, William Henry Brown, Justin Dongmin Broughton, magna cum laude, Alvin Hale Buckley, Ryan Patrick Burke, Emily Patricia Berry, Taylor M. Cannon, summa cum laude, Patrick Howard Carey IV, Zachary Joseph Carter, Sean Matheson Cartwright, Thomas Oka Saranov, Mark Hanson Chambliss, Nathan Andrew Chan, Zihuan Chen, summa cum laude, Casey Taylor Chorins, Armin Rashid Chowdhury, John Benjamin Christ, Nicholas Stephen Sakari, cum laude, Dennis Gregory Colbert Jr., Michael Patrick Conley, Benjamin Tang Cook, cum laude, Matthew John Cooley, Daniel Elin Copeland, Camden Clay Cutright, magna cum laude, Brittany Lenice Davis, Sienna Olivia De La Cruz, Jake and Bryce Deloney, Ryan Michael Dick, Christopher Lowe Dugan, summa cum laude, Ishani Arifa Zolkifli, Charles Zachary Elliott, Robert Wood Epps, Claire Marie Evans, Akamabong Edet Ao, Brian Fang, Amin Sam Farwana, Chadwick Taylor Fischel, Adam McKay Franks, Nicholas Quentin French, cum laude, Brandon Lee Frost, Michael Blessy Fulland, summa cum laude, Charles Glenn Gagney, Megan Elizabeth Geisreiter, Garner Reagan Gentry, Jack Patrick Gibbons, Reagan Harrison Ginther, Madeline Rose Gerard, Jasmine Marie Greer, Sarah Lynn Grichnick, Kevin Thomas Grohl, summa cum laude, Francis Xavier Guitart, Ranjal Bodh Gupta, magna cum laude, Kelly Margaret Hainline, Muhammad Akmal Haji Abdul Wahid, Sanjeed Muhammad Halim, summa cum laude, Clayton Linwood Harrell, Muhammad Nabil Ayman Hasbullah, cum laude, Ilham Husnal, John David Hawkins Jr., John Joseph Hayes, Alexander Michael Heilman, cum laude, Corbin Hunt Heiser, Tyron Scott Herbst Ingram,
Risa Haynes,
David Andrew Salyer Hirsch, Samuel Hong, Nathan Andrew Honnold, summa cum laude, Megan Elizabeth Huntsinger, Olivia Catherine Hurd, cum laude, Graham Warren Husband, Meredith Klingen Huzzet, summa cum laude, Mahalia Eden Hyde, summa cum laude, Fahad Iqbal, Connor Efrain Jimenez, Kendale Jamal Johnson, Robert Allen Johnson III, Catherine Taylor Jones, Max Anthony Juarez, Fani Varinci Jutukanda, Amar Kairan Khalil, Shoman Kaspakar, Tyler Reed Keegle, Sarah Burnett Keller, magna cum laude, Matthew J. Kelly, James Tucker Curvin, Samantha Kopinski, Zachary Michael Corman, summa cum laude, Bradley Lewis Cavanda, Zachary Miles Kovar, cum laude, Michael Joseph Kramer, magna cum laude, Bo Matthew Keister, Daniel Joseph Lakey, cum laude,
Edward Osborne Lauber,
Andrew Burson Lawler, Saxon Patrick Lee, Hannah Elizabeth Lee, Jinju Lee, Adam Jeremy Levinson, summa cum laude, David Han Lee, Ying Lin, Barry Davis Linden, magna cum laude, Maria Elizabeth Lin, Chenran Lu, Jianing Liu, magna cum laude, John Martin Wihan Lu, Alexander David Mackless, Balkis Binti Manan, James Bui Mansfield, magna cum laude, Andrew Monroe Martin, magna cum laude, Hannah Louise Martin, Finbar McCary Martinson, Andrew Lewis Marks, Mitchell Julian Massia, Courtney Elizabeth Mason, Maya Audrey Arnett Mason, Jinmi Matsunaga, Madison Kristen McCoy, Langston Aaron McElroy, William Charles McKinney, Brendan James McLaughlin, Madison Aaron McMurray, Nicole Lucy McVeigh, Matthew Ryan Medlock, John Ernesto Mendoza, summa cum laude, Brendan Thomas Millick, Andrew Hairston Mims, Ali Ashro Muhammad Rauzadin, Noor Shafrina Muhammad Shahid, Muhammad Azim Muhammad Yunus, summa cum laude, Arif Muqtader, Quinlan Lemur Monk, magna cum laude, Emma Kate Mortallero, Lindsay Marie Meschler, Elvin Park,
Shaukim
Kyle Benemin Musto, Alec James Mishka, Christopher John Nash, Nurul Nadia Norden, cum laude, Madeline Dale Nordman, Maggie Elizabeth O'Connor, Gavin Alfred O'Hara, Mark Paul Orloff, Elvin Park, Micah Janine Parks, Harrison Richard Paul, magna cum laude, Alberto Adrian Perez, Amy Catherine Pickens, magna cum laude, Laurel Tremarco Piper, William Edward Podolak, Alexandra Elizabeth Eugenie Polak, Walker Benjamin Preeb, cum laude, Max William Puidic, Anika Raman, Andrew Joseph Reed, John William Reimer, Rebecca Ann Riley, cum laude, Timothy Doyle Roberts, Lauren Lee Rogers, Mohammed Firas Ilya Roseland, Kurt Austin Russellowski, Ryan Matthew Rothstein, John Henry Rozier, cum laude, Adam Joseph Joachim Rubinsky, Shanna Marie Rucker, David Joseph Rudman, Robinson Philip Rutherford, cum laude, Haley Brianna Ruskusky, Morgan Ruth Satterley, Anthony Sawyer Jr., Zainab Sayar, Deanna Nicole Schaubin, magna cum laude, Siegfried Gustav Schlunk, magna cum laude, Julianne Schnur, summa cum laude, Emily Stark Schwartz, Christina Jacqueline Sania, Lauren Marie Severance, Dylan Owen Shane, Mikhail Abraham Siddiqui, Alexander Tyler Smith, cum laude, Brandon Michael Anthony Smith, Ryan Andrew Spears, Madeline Renee Spencer, Eliza Ann Stedman, Jason Bruce Stewart, Madison Lee Stott, magna cum laude, Dane Michael Stubbs, Hao Tien Soon, Sophia Marie Suego, magna cum laude, Emily Nicole Swanson, magna cum laude, Adriana Brene Swift, Colin Edward Tate, Zeke Tan, Thomas Walter Tardy IV, Gabrielle Ruth Tate, Caitlin Marie Taylor, magna cum laude, Zachary Robert Taylor, Tenku Hafifi Tenku Ahmad Faisal, Sarah Elizabeth Thorson, Forrest Sunderman Tinnen, Jordan Zook Todd, Kathleen Margaret Trespass, Jeremy Earl Tucker, Hannah Gavin Turnbull, Patricia Marie Twilley, Hugh Anthony Van Heeswijk, Ethan Joseph Vanderslice, Jacob Thomas Verdun, Jamie Laurie Vest, Andrew Douglas Voss, cum laude, Juan Muhammad Hakim Juan Muhammad Zachary, Juan Muhammad Najmi Juan Sabri, cum laude, Charles Shujun Wang, Josephine J. Wang, Xiaolei Wang, cum laude, Grant Leonard Weekly, cum laude, Courtney Rose Weinrich, Matthew Robert Wengerhoff, Melissa Danielle Whitehurst, Christianus Harry Whitaker Lee, Patrick Zbigniew Wajkowski, Allison Joe Williams, magna cum laude, Philip Boyd Williamson, Brian Alexander Winokin, Laura Elise Wolf, cum laude, Joshua James Wright, Victor Wu, Abid Zain Sabato, Changwan Zhang, Xiaopeng J. Zhang, Colin Reed Zimmerman, Zephyr Duncan Zink, Ainil Aisha Zulkarnain, Zul Afiek Zulkifli, cum laude, Adrienne Alicia Zwiener. I present the December 2015 Bachelor of Engineering graduates of the School of Engineering, James Robert Baker McKee III, Jelisa Eloise Carter, Mark Valentin Herzog, Stephen McAlpine Laswell, Pamela Frederick Wu, I present the May 2016 Bachelor of Science graduates of the School of Engineering: Daniel Trevor Anastas, Daniel Chalom Aronowitz, Melissa Marie Artega, magna cum laude, Alan J. Ballway, Taylor Kang Beck, Mary Emma Birdsong, Donald Andrew Buholtz, Samuel Bruce Carlson, cum laude, Luke George Chapman, Yingpeng Chu, Robert Nathaniel Cohen, cum laude, Eleanor Bridgewater Condi, Bryce Wickham Crawford, Emily Victoria Crow, Dylan Brent Dover, cum laude, Julia Page Druckman, cum laude, Catherine Emily Ferraro, summa cum laude, Ryan J. Froling, Jeffrey Gao, Gabriela Cristina Garcia, Hunter Blake Gilden, cum laude, Brandon David Gillespie, Meredith Eve Haley, Ross Parker Harmon, Catherine Laura Harsh, Young J. Ho, John Thomas Howe, Morgan Elizabeth Highland, Colin Hunter Jackson, magna cum laude, Troy Andrew Janikowski, Brittany Delane Jones, Carter Paul Josephs, Mani Zara Kamal, Parker Allen Klein, Dylan Kraus Koval, Margaret Johnson Level, Monica Celeste Levine, cum laude, Rilu Liang, Douglas Lloyd Lisk, Kevin Yuanji Liu, Mackenzie Sharf Lucas, magna cum laude, Huang Feng Li, Catherine Frances McFarland, cum laude, Victoria Ross Mann, summa cum laude, Jason Alexander Meyer, Connor Robert McGowan, summa cum laude, Catherine Elizabeth Metzger, Jacqueline Upshur Moorhead, Victoria Lynn Mount, Margaret Ann Muldoon, Paul Gelston Murray, Joseph Francis Navin III, Cara Elizabeth Naden, Stephen Kwong Jien, Matthew Wilson Owens, magna cum laude, Kaylin Parrish Patel, Ashante Ade Broadnax Patton Webb, Justin Stewart Paul, summa cum laude, Jeffrey Andrew Pettit, Zhang Di Q, magna cum laude, Tazrian Haider Rafi, Matthew Joseph Reet, Christopher Wren, Christian Burley Reynolds, Stuart Allen Ray, Alec Jacobs Robbins, Jonathan Forrest Schenker, Mark Vincent Schott, Shashank Sharma, Forrest Collins Sharp, Judah Ellie Savage Sklan, Natalie Susan Snyder, Keng Hwa Su, Adarsh Subaswamy, summa cum laude, Sabrina Marie Simchak, magna cum laude, Anjuli Leon Tabing, Kimberly Jacqueline Tress, Timothy Moran Watkins, Kelsey Amanda Young, magna cum laude, Taylor Zhang, Joshua Gregory Zink Duda. I present the December 2015 Bachelor of Science graduates of the School of Engineering: Mitchell A. Gordon, cum laude, Peyton Lloyd McClure, Shane Corey Selig, Michael Leiden Tetreault. This concludes the graduates of the School of Engineering.
rest stop. A little hydration. The graduates of Peabody College, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
I present the May 2016 graduates of Peabody College. Daniel Jacob Abend, Stephanie Nicole Agby Davies, Kelly Eileen Ahern, summa cum laude. Ricky Page Albert, Christina Elizabeth Alexander, cum laude. Stephanie Anna Alieri, Dana Kimberly Alloy, Anne Elizabeth Alsa, magna cum laude. Brian Matthew Alter, cum laude. Vivian Amandi Alouche, Zoe Katharina Anderson, Casey Caroline Appel, Elizabeth Alston Armstrong, Eleni Christina Artemis, William Sidney Ashton, Emily Louise Ashwell, Robert Thompson Austin, Elizabeth Eleanor Ayoub, Lydia Alice Ezeret, Jeffrey Lee Babbitt, cum laude. Angela Hanique Bakaling, cum laude. Paige Noel Baker, cum laude. Kelly Noel Bartholomew, magna cum laude. Maggie Catherine Bates, Sarah Ellen Beiswinger, summa cum laude. Ray Lauren Berger, magna cum laude. Zachary David Berkowitz, magna cum laude. Alexandra Nicole Berliner, magna cum laude. Adam Lewis Birnbaum, Elizabeth Ann Beerer, Scott Douglas Blaine, magna cum laude. Emily Henning Blake, summa cum laude. Jonathan Edward Block, Spencer Clinton Bolanos, Robert Collier Bowling, Jr., cum laude. Abigail Lee Boynton, cum laude. Kristen Nicole Brady, David Calvin Brandon III, Molly Elizabeth Brown, Rachel Elizabeth Bruni, Gabrielle Helene Buono, magna cum laude. Carolyn Dreyer Buys, Brooks Ryan Kane, Bernadette Ann Cameron, Kathleen Marie Cardell, cum laude. Eleanor Ray Carmen, Elaine Ann Caro, Carita Denise Carroll, Haley Sarah Casriel, cum laude. William Chen, Lauren Sidney Christopher, Bridget Lorraine Claburn, Morgan Rose Clark, magna cum laude. Valencia Clement, Samuel Bryant Cobb, Emily Rachel Cohen, Mary Carlisle Crehor, Liam Michael Cronin, Victoria Margaret Curd, Margaret King Cuthbert, Sarah Elizabeth D'Amico, John Robert D'Onofrio, Noah Taylor Dagan, magna cum laude. Eleanor Brennan Davis, cum laude. Joshua Daniel Davis, magna cum laude. Isabel Marie Despin, Andrea Marie DiTrinaltis. Nathaniel Zephyr Dodson III, Brian Robert Douglas, Zachary Michael Ellington, April Joanne Irwin, Nicole June Farmer, cum laude. Paul Joseph Fentress, Rebecca Jean Ferranti, summa cum laude. Victoria Lynn Ferris, Alexa Christine Fisher, cum laude. Benjamin Dean Funkhauser, Grace Catherine Fusco, summa cum laude. Brianna Grace Gabriel, Adriana Sousa Galindo, Alex Michael Gendelman, Zachary Allen Ginn, Stefania Katerina Girardi, Marley Elise Goldstein, cum laude. Alida Michelle Gomez, magna cum laude. Juen Gong, magna cum laude. Emily Michelle Grant, magna cum laude. Victoria Reiter Green. Leah Weddington Guest. Allison Marie Hafner, cum laude. Taylor Ann Halligan. Cheyenne Nicole Hampton. Mary Nobles Hancock. Felicia Hanitio, summa cum laude. William Mark Hanna Jr. William Thomas Harrington. Ellen Mary Hart, cum laude. Christine Martha Hartnett. Laurel Ann Haddix. Kendall Victoria Healy. Emmy Tom Alexandra Hilsman, cum laude. John Isaac Halmerson. Lauren Claire Hogg. Samuel Joseph Hoskins. Charlotte Howe. Olivia Ruth Huddleston Boatman. Lindsay Morgan Hewson. Emma Bramblett Hewlings. Melissa Elizabeth Hunt. Olivier Efra. Blake Alexander Insel. Chinasa Nikila Iwuha. Alana Lindsay Jackson, magna cum laude. Rebecca Evelyn Jocks. Edwin Bosley Jarrett IV. Jasmine Quente Jenkins. Alexander John. Mary Helen Elizabeth Johns. Eunice Mayon June, magna cum laude. Sarah Catherine Jurgensmeyer. Kyle Reuben Conweiler. Brent Logan Kane, magna cum laude. Samantha Ruth Kapnick, magna cum laude. Emma Louise Kasarski.
David Harriton Katz, summa cum laude.
Hannah Marie Keenan, cum laude. Caroline Elizabeth Kelly. Jenny June Kim. Rachel Ellen King, summa cum laude. Alan James Kinney. Stephanie Lauren Kipnis. Andrew Jacob Kissler, cum laude. Zachary Mitchell Kleiner. Emily Fehrenbacher Creed. Thomas Jeffrey Crummins. Alexa Christina Kanowski. Caitlin Marie Lacefield. Hannah Lee Ladendorf. Destiny Nicole Lagarce, summa cum laude. Andy Rachel Lacken. Jonathan Barton Lamb, cum laude. Charlotte Lane Langenstein. Brittany Jennings Lawton. Barry Colleen Lee. Jacinda Lee, cum laude. Juyuk Lee, cum laude. Stephen Gabriel Lee. Catherine Christine Leeper. Carly Gabrielle Lovin, summa cum laude. Tori Elizabeth Levin. Justin S. Lau, cum laude. Richard Blake Ligon, magna cum laude. Chung-Hoon Lim. Mark Lipnicki. Julie Rose Loiben. Jing Luo, cum laude. Anna Carolina Lacerna, summa cum laude. Patrick James Lyons. Dea Maldas, cum laude. Madeline Lorraine Maneker, cum laude. Amanda Page Marcotulio. Avery Page Marcus, magna cum laude. Ellen Galt Marsh, summa cum laude. Christina Maria Martinez. Samantha Alice Martin, summa cum laude. Melissa Gail Martz, summa cum laude. Christine Ross Matthews. Anna Dempsey McCarthy. Charity Hope McCracken, magna cum laude. Samuel Andrew McDaniel. Megan Sarah McGuire. Lauren Page McMillan, cum laude. Alexandra Evelyn Mencher. Emily Kate Merrill, cum laude. Almaz Meskina. Thomas Jeffrey Mihelic Jr. Brianna Elaine Moore. Madeline Patience Moorhead. Miller Layson Morris. Shannon Nicole Moorish. Abigail Jocelyn Mullins, magna cum laude. Jaleesa Z. Murph, Casey Nicole Musicant, magna cum laude. Harrison Jeong Nam, Alex Sterling Naita, Matthew Andrew Nura, Andrew Thurgood Marshall Newsom, Alessandra Maria Nunez, Manetsu Espiritu Omori, Jonathan Herschel Osheroff, Madeline Grace Otterbein, Shakira Reese Parker, Chloe Ann Partolo, Alyssa Maria Patel, Haley Alexis Paul, Victoria Rose Payne, magna cum laude. Marley Beth Peck, Nancy Ann Pendleton, cum laude. Eugenia Compton Perry, Catherine Ariana Petrullo, Daniel Nicholas Pintoro, Morgan Ashley Polans, summa cum laude. Waikwang Qian, summa cum laude. Alyssa Marie Rashid, Ricky Eden Ratner, Natalie DeMart Rex, Emily Claire Rice, cum laude. Jenna Morgan Rimland, Caroline Emily Roberts, cum laude. Haley Carolina Robinson, Adina Bella Rosenberg, Rebecca Stewart Rothschild, Haley Ann Rutan, Leah Hannah Sachs, summa cum laude. Rini Lynn Saldana, Kelly Marie Salina, Catherine Neal Saunders, magna cum laude. Adam Ellis Schechtman, Kathleen Alexandra Schertz, Samantha Faye Schmidt, cum laude. Hannah Christine Shug, Caroline Heather Schwartz, Grisa Shawla, Kendall Elise Shaw, Grace Chapman Shelton, Mary Alice Sherman, Mary Michelle Shipley, Charlotte Frances Showalter, Kelsey Harold Smith, cum laude. Catherine Nicole Sorensen, Karen Andrea Sova, cum laude. Kelsey Marie Stein, Emily Nicole Steinberg, Caitlin Lynn Stevens, Jessica Sloan Stewart, cum laude. Jeremy Scott Tarika, cum laude. Alexandra Lee Taylor, Jeremy Glenn Thames, summa cum laude. Megan Anna Thomas, Fallon Wong Thompson, William Blake Tiemeyer, Kelsey Lynn Tillman, Kaylin Jameel Townsend, Matthew Daniel Tussing, Jennifer Claire Van Konynenberg, summa cum laude. John Russell Vinson, Megan Elizabeth Vronikar, Matthew Adam Wakefield, Abigail Grace Ward, cum laude. Donovan Irving Ward, Jennifer Kate Warner, magna cum laude. Michelle Ann Warren, Madeline Grace Webb, cum laude. Brooks Lee Weber, Daniel Brian Weinfeld, Paige Alexandra Weiser, magna cum laude. Georgia Lee Lucille Welch, magna cum laude. Jenna Ann Wengler, summa cum laude. Sarah Caroline Wheatley, summa cum laude. Hannah Grace Wheeler, Sarah Elizabeth Wilcox, Joshua Taylor Williams, Nicholas Andrew Williams, Kathleen Elizabeth Wilner, Shyla Sinclair Wilson, Alexis Natasha Whitkin, summa cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Wolf, Nicole Crames Zenkel, cum laude. Radu Christian Zenevianu, cum laude. Catherine Ann Zimmerman, Michael Thomas Zook. I present the December 2015 graduates of Peabody College. Rebecca Lauren Allams, Jacob Tyler Bernstein, Charles McCann Brain, Ellen Marie Frank, Lawrence Chris Cantera III, Jicheng Ma, Jonathan Caleb Pilch Lieb, Rebecca Claire Quintrell, Samantha Nicole Rayleigh, Emily Catherine Souder, Ryan Thomas Snyder, Rodrigo Antonio Sosa, Yifan Wang, Andrew Carter Wilkeson. I present the August 2015 graduates of Peabody College: Samuel Alexander Budoff, Kayla Janelle Gilbert, magna cum laude. This concludes the graduates of Peabody College.
As we near the close of this ceremony, I will ask you please rise and join with Michael Vitaliano as he leads us in. Wonderful. How lucky we are. Any other nicknames you want to? Okay. And Austin will lead us in the singing of the alma mater. You'll find the lyrics inside the front cover of your program.
All sing with me.
On the city's western border, reared against the sky, proudly stands our alma mater as the years roll by. Forward ever be thy watchword, conquer and prevail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, Vanderbilt, all hail. Cherished by thy sons and daughters, memory sweet shall throng. Round our hearts, O alma mater, as we sing our song. Forward ever be thy watchword, conquer and prevail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, Vanderbilt, all
Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to a strawberries and champagne celebration in honor of these amazing graduates, which begins immediately after this program. Graduates from the Blair School of Music, the School of Engineering, Peabody College. We invite you and your guests to celebrate on Bishop's Common. Graduates from the College of Arts and Science, we invite you and your guests to celebrate on Library Lawn. Members of the class of 2016, I am entrusted by the university with the privilege of sending you forth to invest your gifts and talents for the betterment of our society, to lift up humanity, and to bring honor to our Vanderbilt. Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony is concluded. Thank you.